Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I am starting a new series featuring my Delves and Dangers fantasy adventure rules light fantasy adventure role-playing game that I designed myself. I have a lot of fun playing it, and so I'm continuing to feature it here on the channel because I have so much fun playing it. So if this looks like something you think would be fun for you or your group, you can download it at the link at itch.io is a pay what you want download in the link below in the description. And so if you want to just try it out for free, it's pay what you want. If you'd like to donate some money to me, you can do that as well. It's up to you. Either way, I hope you have fun playing my game. So let's get down to the brass tacks here. So I am continuing playing with the characters that finished out my last series. They are the Spell League Adventuring Team, and they are led by now full-fledged member of the Spell League, Grandon Hindlestone, and he is a wizard that was able to bring back the spell cylinder spellbook of Kezrazer the Crass, even though many things tried to thwart that from happening. So if you'd like to see what those things were, you can go back and watch my other series. It's 6 episodes, and it's pretty exciting. I had a good time with it, and so you can check that out. Then he has some muscle. He's hired a elven knight named Kranos Silverbark, who dressed in plate mail and shield. He's kind of a very serious fellow, and he also is a worshipper of Silvatar, the goddess of forests. For traps and locks and stealth and all that, he has hired a thief named Claudia Softpaw. He calls her a trap springer to be polite, but she's a thief. And she's a Felcat thief. And then for healing stones and for combating the undead is Theo Shieldfoot. He is a Harefoot cleric of Retha, the goddess of luck. So their most recent mission sees them 3 days out of Northgate. It's been a race, and they are fatigued, and they are at -1 dice to all their rolls because the Invisible Order has come into possession of a journal from an adventurer that went with a wizard named Cremost, who found his demise in this particular delve where they find themselves now. A spy amongst the Invisible Order for the Spell League was able to secure a copy of the journal, magically copied it, and was able to bring it out to the Spell League. And about 30 years ago, that wizard died there, and as far as they know, with the one survivor who came out with the journal, he said that he left all the possessions behind. So now, of course, this delve has probably been open to the elements, and all kinds of different creatures have probably made it their home, and whether they have taken up that spell book or not, they don't know. However, the Invisible Order is very interested in it because the journal detailed that there is a improved invisibility spell that Kremos developed that a creature stays invisible when it attacks or otherwise interacts in a bad way with other people, where the normal invisibility spell that was created, people become invisible as soon as they attack or cast a spell at an opponent. So this improved invisibility spell is very important in Invisible Order because they're very big on invisibility. So if they can get a hold of that spell, they could have way more power. Well, the Spell League has tapped Grandon's team because they're basically only 3 days out of Northgate, and the delve is 3 days out of Northgate, and it is in the hills east of Northgate, over here north of the Bloody Lake. It's about 3 days trip into the hills, into the foothills of the Wormspan Mountains here in the Swordlands. So Northgate's here. There's a fishing village Cole there, and then there's the hills, and then the Bloody Lake. So they're going to go into these hills. That's where the delve is, and they're sending his team because they're the closest. They're not the most experienced, but they're closest. But they're going to try to trust him with this most important of missions. Well, they've traveled 3 days, and with the exception of a chance encounter with some stinging ants, they were able to make it here in 2.5 days, but they're fatigued and they're at -1 dice for any rolls they're going to make on this day before they're able to rest. So I have that marked down to remind me of it. Couple of other game issues. Theo's 2nd level, so that means that he is able to maintain 6 healing stones for a month, and so he is given he has 2 healing stones. Claudia has 1, Kranos has 1, and Grandon has 2. And then last series I experimented with using my my meta currency setup called Daring Dice that I wrote into my Daring and Dangers pulp RPG. If you're interested in pulp RPGs, Daring and Dangers, I strongly suggest it. It is also a pay what you want download up on itch.io. Anyway, so the Daring Dice are kind of like DM Scotty's luck dice, and so but they're tweaked to work with my system. And it is I gave at the beginning of each session, I gave them 3 Daring Dice, but I've decided what I'm going to do this time is I'm only going to give them 1 Daring Dice, because I think it made it just a teeny bit unbalanced as far as the challenges that they were faced with. I mean, it was still dangerous, and it had some challenges, but I think I'm just going to go with 1 Daring Die. If they do something cool or something cool happens, they can gain another Daring Die. But they're going to start each session with only 1 Daring Die. So that's with the game stuff out of the way. We're going to come to our story in Medias Res here. They have come upon the delve. They double check to make sure that the Invisible Order did not leave behind any guards outside. Now we're going to see if they've left any guards inside. So Claudia is going to be sneaking down the hallway, and so let's do that. Let's make her check first before I check whether they're whether they are guarding this room or not. So she has agility. This is going to be stealth, and she has +1 for her proficiency die, because she's a +1 proficiency right now, and then she gets 2 for thievery. But she's in ring mail, so we're going to take away 3. So she only has 3 dice. And if there is Invisible Order here, their minds are 3, so that their mind resistance is 3. So she has to roll 3. So I'm going to make that the DL. And she makes it easily. So that's 3, plus she gets an exploding die. Let's just see how many she gets. So 3 successes. She is able to successfully sneak down the hall without gaining any attention. So now let's see. 4, 5, or 6, the Invisible Order left 1 or 2 guards behind in this room. And they did not. So she goes in. She throws powder all over the place. She brought lots of powder. And then she notices there's 3 doors. She calls to her team to come down into the room. So now they are in this room here. Doors. The dwarves love doors. She hisses at the doors. She does not like them. So, well, you know what to do, Claudia. So she is going to listen at the one over here. Let's see what we find here. So there is another door, so there will be no monsters here. So, ooh, mysterious NPC. I love when this card pops up. So she listens at the door and hears nothing. She listens at this door. That door is closed. So if there are monsters on the other side, which it looks like X Bane's Duck of Many Dungeons has told me there is monsters on the other side, she does not hear them through the extra door, so she doesn't hear anything there. And then there is nothing to hear here. So she listens to all doors and she says, well, I guess we must go with Granny Shieldfoot's system. Yes, Granny Shieldfoot. Here we go. I'm going to spin around, tell me when to stop, and we'll see which one I'm pointing at. So Theo spins around and around, and they tell him when to stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as to where he stops in the general direction. So they're going to the left. All right, that way. Yay! So they go through the doors. They are not locked. They go down here. She listens at that door. Now, there is something on the other side. It's a mysterious NPC. I could use the Axbane's Deck of Many Dungeons. Let's do it. I'll use theirs. They want me to roll a D20. And it's an 11. So it's a human wizard studying an arcane item. Should I make him a member of the Invisible Order? As a guard? No, it's a mysterious NPC. Yeah, okay. Let's roll with it. So she's gonna listen. If she gets a success, if she gets 3 successes, he's actually making some kind of noise to begin with. So she gets her mind is 2. She gets 2 for thievery, 1 for proficiency, because she does listening all the time as part of her job. Now she's only getting 2 successes, but she does have an exploding die, so that's 3 successes. She hears whistling. I hear whistling. Oh, plus she gets a +1 to perception rolls because she's a fell cat. I could have rolled that. So let me not forget that next time. So she peeks in, and there is a, looks to be a human, and he is, no, it's going to be a, no, it's human. It says human wizard, we'll go with that. It's a human wizard sitting in front of a fire, cooking some meat. Or cooked some meat. He's eating meat. Okay, because they would have smelled the cooking. Keep up, Reese. Okay, keep up, Mage Hammer. All right, so she goes, there is a man in robes sitting in front of a campfire. There's a bed in the corner and a chest behind him. Oh, well, maybe he knows which way the Invisible Order went. Maybe. So Grandon's like, okay, let's go on. So they walk across there and they say, hail, my good man. Oh, hello. Would you like some dinner? No, thank you. We have traveled far and we are very tired. However, we are on a mission of utmost urgency. Oh, well, it could be so urgent that you would not want food. And Theo says, yeah, I mean, you know, Granny Shieldfoot says if there's food, you eat. Yes. All respect to Granny. I'm sorry, sir. My name is Grandon Hendelstone. And yours? Oh, well, my name is, you know, I've forgotten. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have forgotten my name. I'm just enjoying my meat. Excuse me, sir. Did you happen to see anyone pass by this way? No, I thought I heard something, but I did not see anything. And how long ago was this? Oh, I don't know. Hours, days, weeks, I'm not sure. How long have you been here? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I don't know. I took a bump to the head and I don't really remember much. Oh well, all right. Well, tell you what. Grandon's like, well, is there anything we can do to help you? No, I'm just going to enjoy my meat and, you know, hopefully I'll remember my name and I'll be able to move on someday and just, you know, go about my business. So you don't know why you are in this delve? Well, it was storming, and I was looking for shelter, and here I am. How long ago? Oh, yes, right. You don't know how long ago. No, days, hours, months. I don't know. All right, well, enjoy your meal. Do you know what lies beyond that door? No, I have not gone past this area. I found this place, and it said, we are your home for several days or months or hours. So that's where I sat down. I opened in my bedroll, and I'm there. What about that chest? Oh, chest. I don't know. I did not bother with it. We don't have time. We don't have time, Claudia. All right, well, thank you so much, no name, sir. We are on our way. So Claudia goes and listens at the door. We got ourselves a hallway, folks. Let's go that way. Okay. She listens and hears nothing. We can roll a d10 to find something in the hall. That's fine. A 6. Find a dagger on the floor. Maybe they dropped it. I don't know. All right, here. Let me lead. So they're going in that marching order. Down the hall, turns that way, and this way leads to a hallway. Where do you think the Invisible Order went? Unknown. We don't know. We're going to have to explore. Yes, but time is of the essence. Yes, it is. But this is where we're at. All right, very well. So, left? Let me just go look. It ends in a door. This way. Turns to the right, and then to the left again. Well, I say we check the door. So she is going to go sneak up to the door, and she's going to listen. There are monsters. Let's see if, and I use my own encounter tables. See, Axebane's Decorating Dungeons even gives you encounter tables on the cards. Love it, but I like to use my own. All right, so 12. I suppose that makes sense, so we're going to go with it. There are boisterous voices. I hear they're speaking the trade tongue, Tranistolian. Oh. Well, could be Invisible Order. They're quiet. correct. Yes, I suppose you're correct. Well, maybe we could get some information out of them. What do you say, team? Well, Granny Shieldfoot always says, when in doubt, flip a coin. Ugh, Granny. She does give good advice, I suppose. All right, so I have my handy-dandy wizard coin here. So blue side, we go and talk to them. Gray side, we continue on our way. Gray. It is the gray side. So we'll continue on our way. Hopefully we're not making a mistake. Very well. So Kranos leads, comes around a corner, and they see a hallway with some statues. Ugh, statues. I wonder if they're the kind that come to life and pummel you. We had enough of that the last time we were out. Yes. I doubt it. All right, so let me go. So he goes, and now it's a trap. So I can roll a d4 and add the PC's level, their second level. So it's a 4, so that trap is actually not a trap. And just for the fun of it, yeah, you know what though? If the Invisible Order did come this way, which it looks like they did, those statues probably would have attacked them. So we're going to say they're not animated statues. They're there to distract people from the trap, I guess. Also, I keep forgetting that I'm going to give Kranos a free perception check every time he goes by a secret door, but he needs to get, just because he's not looking, he needs to get a DL4 to detect it. So his mind is 2, and he gets +1 perception for being a elf. Then he needs to get 4, and he does not detect it. So anyway, so down the hall they see, so this would end the delve. So this is going to be a D card, so we'll discard this and put down a D. And Grandon's like, hold on a moment, I need to cast magic armor. So he's going to cast magic armor before they go any further, because he forgot. All right, truth be told, I forgot, but that's okay. So he's going to do it now. 8 casting dice, and he gets 4. So that is armor 2, because armor is divided by 2. So he used a PowerPoint, and he has 2 armor. Someday he's going to have more than 2 armor. Someday. All right, so so this is a D now. Now, I think it's too soon for this to be the final ending, so this is stairs down. However, I'm going to check to see if the Invisible Order is here. And then if they are here, then I'll roll to see if it's a back guard or if they stayed here to rest and it's their full contingency. So let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh. So on, I think it's unlikely. Well, I think they're probably deeper into the delve by now. So I'm going to say on a 1 they're here. And it's a 2. So they are not here. And I'm going to see if a monster was in here when the Invisible Order passed through. And there was no monster either. So, and those chests, we'll say those chests were open. So she listens, doesn't hear anything. She enters in. There's stairways leading down to the next level. And these chests have been opened and they have been looted. I'm not liking the Invisible Order. So they go to the stairs and she peeks cautiously down those stairs. And so we have a couple of rooms up here that if we need to explore them, we will explore them. I don't, in my mind, I don't have the spell book being this level. You know what? I probably should roll. Yeah. So let's see how many levels there are in this delve. We'll do D3 + 1. So there's 4 levels, just like the last one. Good. And when they get to each level, I'll roll to see if the spellbook is on that level, just like I did before. If it equals a 6, then it will be, then that will be, but the first level is at +0. And so, no, it's a 1. So the spellbook is not on the first level. So they're going to go down to the second level. When we get to the final card of the second level, we'll roll to see if it's on that level. So they go down the stairs, and they have dual pathway. She goes ahead of the team, and she listens. So to this direction, we have a long hallway and some monsters. And then we have another long hallway. But no monsters. But let's see which direction the Invisible Order went. So whether these monsters are here or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They went that direction. So they did not fight the monsters that were down there. Maybe the monsters weren't there when the Invisible Order went by. So let's see if she can hear them. Let's see if there's things that would make noise. They would possibly make noise, so she's going to listen. Mind 2, +1 for perception, +1 proficiency, +2 for thievery die. They're very stealthy, so it's a DL4, and she gets it easily. And she hears them, but I'm going to, yeah, wow, there's more of them. It's a massive space, a passageway with lots of them. I'm just going to say it's the same creature. So there's 2 sets of the same creature. So the Invisible Order, remember, the Invisible Order is always invisible, so they probably sensed those creatures and went the other way. All right, anyway, so they're like, She comes back and gives the lowdown to the team. I keep forgetting there's a -1D because they're fatigued. Darn it. That's to all checks. I'll get it right someday. Okay, so I hear creatures to the right, but nothing to the left. Well, are they close enough that they'll detect us? Probably. We are not the stealthiest of groups. Well, we're assuming that the Invisible Order did not go the way of the creatures, because if they did, they would probably have encountered them. Or those creatures weren't there when the Invisible Order passed by. Yes, I suppose that's possible. What should we do, boss? Well, I think we should try to avoid confrontation if at all possible. So, I suppose I could try to sleep whatever they are. They were high-pitched, but sounded humanoid. Well, I suppose my sleep spell will work on them. I will see what I can do, I suppose. All right, so, oh my goodness. Very well. Tell you what, I will stand guard and you go down the hall and try to, and we will now, well, if we have to encounter them, we have to. All right. You and Theo get up in the front, get ready to, set up a wall, basically. I'll try to sleep as many as I can. It is a plan. So, the creatures there are and then there are another 5 at the end of the hall. To make it really interesting, I should roll to see if there is a no, I'm not gonna do that. This will be good. All right, so the way they got this set up, I'm going to set up the hallway. Hallway goes this way. Hallway goes this way. And the creatures will make the hallway longer this direction. Creatures are down there. And this is probably going to go off of my camera. It does a bit, but this part won't, so that's good. All right, so I turn the corner here. All right, so as they come around, they come down the stairs. They're going to try to go to the left, but they're going to stand ready to encounter these things if the things come after them, which it probably is a good chance they will. So they're entering about here, let's say. So, oh, it's only 10 foot. These are only 10-foot halls. Darn it. There we go. We'll go one more. Yes. All right, that's about right. So they come out in the hall. We'll have them come out in the hall here. Kranos and Theo here. And those two here. Now, the first group of the creatures are here. No, kobolds are dangerous. They have gang up tactics basically, and they roll an additional 3 dice when they attack. An enemy that's engaged with an ally. So these are very dangerous. So we shall see how this all plays out. All right. So the kobolds, see them there. And then at the end of the hall is a kind of burly looking kobold, and he's surrounded by bow kobolds. Kobolds with bows. Oh my. I don't like the looks of this. Nor do I. But needs must. So it is initiative. Kobolds are nasty. Okay, so roll initiative and delves and dangers. You roll initiative. You roll, make an agility roll, and if you get 2 successes, you go before the creatures. If you get, or if you don't, you don't. So Grandon's going before, which is good. She is going after, Theo before, Softball after, and Grandon after. Okay. 50-50 on the team, I guess. Okay, so. All right, so that's the initiative order. Grandon's going to unleash the sleep spell, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40. Boom. So he's going to try to get within 30 feet of each other. So they're all pretty close to each other, so he actually could get quite a few. They have a 2... mind resistance. Cast sleep. He's got to spend 2 power points to do that. Okay, so you only have 4, and you got 1 exploding die. So that's 5. And should he use his daring dice? No, I think he should hold on to that. So he is putting to sleep. I think that's divided in 2 for that spell. No, number of sleeps, so number of creatures based on their mind resistance. So yeah, so he puts to sleep 4 of them. No, 2 of them. 2 go down. So for all intents and purposes right now, we'll keep them sleeping. We may or may not have the kobolds wake them up. We'll see. So that was Grandon's action. Theo, he's going to stand his ground. He's going to make them come to him. That's their plan. They're gonna work backwards. So Grandon came down here and cast a spell and moved back a little bit. Theo's gonna move back a little bit. Then the creatures. So the bowmen fire down the hall. There are 4 bowmen, so we'll say 1 arrow at each of them. Kobolds, 4 dice, and then they got a leader boy back here, so he's going to give them an additional +1. So they're 5 dice. So we'll go, let's go Kranos and Theo. Theo's the red. So Kranos, oof, might get through that plate mail armor of his. So we got 4 successes with an exploding die. So 4 successes. Nope, he catches the arrows on his shield. The arrow on his shield. The attack on Theo is possibly going to get through. That is 2 exploding dice. Okay, so that is 6. He has an armor of 3, so he takes 3 damage. All right, so Theo takes 3 damage. Ouch. Then the red dice on Claudia and the gray dice on Grandon. Grandon, that does not penetrate his magic armor, so he's good there. And holy moly, well, I rolled too many dice, so we'll just 1, 2, 3, I keep that one. 4, 5, 6, I keep that one. So we're going to keep the miss. All right. So he has 3 exploding dice. And that is another exploding die. All right, ouch. So Grandon is hit for 4. No, I'm sorry. Claudia is hit for 6 minus her armor of 2. That's 4 damage to Claudia. Ouch. And then these guys move up. They come down the hall. And they can't attack. These guys move up after they shoot their arrows. So that's fine. And so there we are. So now it is Claudia's attack. She has a short bow, and she's going to shoot at the other bowman. She's going to try to take out one of the bowmen. So she has 5 dice for her bow. So 2 exploding dice, 2 misses. That turns into 5 successes on one of these bowmen. And kobolds have armor of... They have leather armor and shields, but since he's a bowman, he only has leather armor, so it's only 1. And they only have that much stamina, so she takes one out, she hits it with an arrow, and shoots it down. And she backs up a bit. So Grandon, he's going to move up and attack this one. Now, I keep forgetting they're -1, so he'll be the first one to be at -1, I guess. So he usually rolls 8 dice with his longsword. He's going to roll 7 dice, and he gets 4 successes, and he gets an exploding die, another exploding die, so he's at 5 successes. 6 successes on this guy. He has a spear, no shield, so it's leather armor, so that's -1, so that's 5, so he crushes that one. Then he moves back his movement in front of Grandon. This one gets a free attack on him for doing that. And he is within 30 feet of his leader, so he gets 5 dice. And he does only 3 successes, which does not penetrate the armor value of 4, so he is not harmed. Now it is initiative. So reroll a failed die, which becomes a exploding die, which now Theo is going before. Gotta love that harefoot luck. Grandon's after. Claudia's got an exploding die. Oof, she goes after as well. And then Grandon is going before. All right, so what are they gonna do? The creatures don't like... The leader wakes up the other 2. Well, he will. Grandon is going to try to sleep. Going to try to sleep all of them again. That's 2 more power points, though. But, hates getting rid of them. But he needs this fight to end quickly. So he's going to try his luck again with the casting. He's going to try to concentrate a little bit more this time. Oh, -1 roll. Keep forgetting, but now I'm remembering. So he gets 5 successes. Which, once again, 2 more of them fall asleep. He was targeting all of them. We'll just have the 2 closest fall asleep then. All right. Theo. Theo is going to back up and heal Claudia. Use one of his... 3 + 1 is 4, so she is back to maximum stamina. So that's good. And then, so now the creatures attack. So they don't like what they're seeing here. He wakes up the other 2, but that makes him drowsy. So they fire 3 arrows, and we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. For Theo, it makes sense. They're firing over his head, I guess. So Theo doesn't have to do against this. So... Grandon 3 minus 1 is 2, or minus 2 is 1. So Grandon takes 1 damage. Kranos. Exploding die. Nope, 3 doesn't get through his armor and his shield. And Claudia. 4 minus 2 is 2. So Claudia takes 2 damage. All right. But then they retreat around the corner. And our team goes this way and heads there. And so they come around the corner. And this is a hallway with doors. Or they can continue on. I don't like the stove. Me either. So they go up. She listens to the doors, doesn't hear anything. She opens that door. There's a chest. She opens that door. There's like supplies, dwarven supplies, mining supplies, or other kinds of supplies. And then she gets here and there is a lock. If it's locked, do you think the Invisible Order came this way? I suppose it's possible. Not sure what way they went. We're just going to have to do our best to do what we can and make the best decisions. All right. So they, their chest. Don't have time. What if the spell book is in it? Oh, all right. Very well. She checks it out. It doesn't say it has a lock on it. I'll see if it's trapped. 1 on a D6. It is not. So she does her little trap detection, doesn't find it. She opens it, and it says there's 3d6 gold in there. So they get 8 gold in a whole chest. Cleared out. So they got 8 gold. All right. Then they go over here. They search through those supplies. They don't find anything. And then they go to the door. And so she checks out the door. I'm going to see if it's trapped. It is not. So she is going to attempt to pick the lock. 3 agility, 2 thievery, 1 proficiency, -1 for her fatigue. And it says very hard lock, so she needs, I should have said it beforehand, so I'm going to say DL5 based on that roll. And she is able to pick the lock. They go in, and there's just treasure laying around an open chest. And there's bones off to the right. A dwarf died in here. Yes, long ago. So many coins. We don't have time. But what if the spell book? Oh, very well, quickly. So she goes up there and she tries to get as much as she can get out of it. And we're gonna, I know it says a D8, so we'll do, for some reason I seem to not have a D8 on hand ever. So, oh wait, is that my D8? Nope. So we're gonna say it's a D10. So 9 times 10 is 90, and then D10 times 100, 390. We'll make it an even 400 gold. So she tries to shove as much in his dimensional satchel as possible. And we'll say she only gets 200 of it before he loses his patience. We'll come back for it. We must continue on. So they go down here, and I'll give, I will give Kranos a mind check, plus his perception -1 because they're fatigued, and it's exploding die. So that's only 2 successes. He does not detect that secret door. We're gonna see if this is a trap, D4 plus 2nd level. So I guess they're not going to be a trap because they're so low level, according to X-Bane's deck of many dungeons. I just figured out 2 plus 4. Oh no, 6. They could have gotten a 6. Oh my gosh, let me roll it. Got a 4, 6. Oh my gosh, it is. It is a simple pit trap. So Kranos is leading, and he triggers the trap, and let's see if he falls in. He gets a agility resistance check, which is 2. Not giving him proficiency, not giving anything else, but it's -1 because he's fatigued. And he needs a DL2 to avoid falling in the pit. And he doesn't get it. He needed to get an exploding die to be able to do that. So he falls down the pit. The pit will be D3 times 10 deep, and it's 20 feet deep. He takes 2d6 damage. That is 7 damage. Urgh. So Kranos takes 7 damage. That is not modified by armor. He uses one of his healing stones to heal himself from, oh, wow, okay. It's better than nothing. Get me out of here. And so, but wait, you need to climb up the other side. What? I can't climb in this armor. Oh, all right. It's 20 feet deep. Yes, it's pretty bad. Throw me a rope. So they get a rope out of their traveling pack. They throw him a rope, and all three of them manage to pull him up. And they're like, how do we get across this? Well, Granny Shieldfoot always said, ugh. Well, I don't know what she said about pits. Oh my goodness. She did say life is full of pitfalls, though. I think this is what she meant. Anyway, we need to get something that we can put. There was a bed back in that one room, but may not be long enough. You know, sometimes people that build delves, especially dwarves, put secret doors so they can avoid the pits. Let me check. So she's going to check for secret doors. I'm going to give her mind is 2, proficiency, and since she's good at when she's pretty good at hiding stuff or finding hidden things, I'm going to give her a thievery roll as well, and her perception. So we're going to -1 though, and this is a DL3 to find the secret door, and she finds it easily. Yes, here it is. So she clicks a button, and a door opens. They follow the hallway. She opens that door, and then beyond the hallway is another passage and another side door. Grandon. Oh my. Grandon actually finds that secret door as he passes by. They get inside. They get 4d10 gold pieces. 9, 19, 20, 28 more gold. 236 gold. All right. And then the hallway, though, ends in a door. And supposedly there are monsters in it. Now, passage goes that way, so the Invisible Order must have gone that way. Unless they went out the side entrance, but we doubt it. All right, so she goes and listens at that door. 2 for mind, 1 for proficiency, 2 for thievery, 1 because she's a fell cat, -1 because she's fatigued. And that is 4, and she hears something. If there's something to be heard, let's see what the creatures are that are in here. They would make noise. And so, she knows that noise well. Goblins. Goblins. Well, more than likely Invisible Order did not go through there, but we need to know. Yes, we need to know. Curses. Very well. Let's get to it. So I'm going to set up this room, and that's where we're going to end this session on a cliffhanger, getting ready to fight some goblins in this room here. We'll say just use one of my bigger room tiles here. That should be about the size of it. And they'll go back this way and head this direction in the next episode. And there's no pillars, if you can believe it. And so this will be the room where they will battle, and I will get the doors. They come in through this door here. This is where the door is going to be. And that is where we are going to end this session. So I hope you enjoyed that. I very much enjoy playing this game, and I enjoy these characters quite a bit. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on rolling dice, playing games, and I guess fighting goblins. So goblins in my game, there's going to be 6 goblins in this room as soon as they open that door. And they're just kind of hanging about, milling about, jawing at each other. You know, kibitzing. We'll have one with a bow standing in the corner making arrows. And these guys are standing around here, hanging out, you know, doing stuff. You know what goblins do. And this guy, he has a crossbow, so he'll be over there kind of like, you know, and they'll be just kind of hanging out over here. And that's all. And then there's some gear and stuff in this room, but that's the here there. And the heroes are about to enter the room, and that is where we will pick up next time. So thank you for watching. And like I said, Till next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.